Bitcoin is doing something really different to what it did in the last few cycles. And I want to take you through it and show you what might happen with Bitcoin in the future. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Let's find out. Welcome back to CryptoGains for another video. This is not financial advice. Please do your further research before you invest your money. Did I say drop that like, subscribe? Is it sounding interesting? Take a look at this. This is Bitcoin's price action or price chart on the monthly time frame. If you come up here, you can see I've got it right down here on the 1 month time frame. So each candle is 1 month's worth of action, price action. Green obviously going up, red going down, for those that knew. Some people don't know, now you know. I've got this yellow line here, which is the 20-month moving average. You can see the numbers here, the length of it is 20. Put it in yellow, that's the style. It's a moving average. And many people use this moving average to try and catch trends, to decide what kind of market are we in. Are we in a bull market, a bear market? And most of the time, Bitcoin usually finds relative support or resistance on this yellow line, because if you switch it to a smaller time frame, you can see how it uses it as resistance and support. A fine example of this, real quick, you can use this whole area right here where you see Bitcoin price fall down, it bounces off it. You can see candles are still closed above this yellow line. We had one little closure down here, which was this whole 19 event, which many people, everyone knows, came back above, held support, and we saw it ride more. And same kind of works for resistance, where if we see a break of this yellow line and then the price starts to get back above and it can't break above and it gets resisted. You see here, this is the resistance. That's a sign that maybe the trend is reversing. So this is how people use the moving average. I also have the RSI and the stochastic RSI. This talks about price momentum and is the price overbought or oversold. This RSI is so simple to use. Once you put it on, you look at this blue zone area, which is in the middle. We've got these dotted lines. If the blue line ever comes, you might have a purple one if you load it, you can choose the color, but I'm using blue. If this blue line ever comes above these dotted lines, it's overbought. If the blue line ever goes underneath, it's oversold. We've never seen it go oversold in its entire existence on the monthly time frame, the 1 month time frame. Right, we built this base, and if you look here, this would be considered a base. I've drawn it as dotted lines. Let's change this, make it a white straight line so you can see where this base is, right? Make it thick as well. And this was where we saw the RSI come down to hold support, and then it rode again for next wave, came down, hit this baseline, rode again for next wave. And this is sort of like where we've been over the last few months of Bitcoin. We had been building this base, and you can see now it started to slowly come above. But what's different then? What is actually different? Because as you can see here, I've got these yellow circles lined up with exactly where I believe we might be in Bitcoin's price. Right? I don't know why this keeps doing that. I've got I think it's my fingers moving it. Sorry. So let's just take a look at the past. Right? Hold a minute. Take a look at this. Right? So price action breaks up. I'm going to move this like this now. So we saw candles being held above the yellow line for a period of time. See these candles being held above the yellow line? This was showing that the trend was strong. We saw price action break above. The trend was strong. It was holding candles above this yellow line, which then allowed the price to continue going upwards and for us to see a massive bull rally, which is what we saw. Right, and on top of that, the RSI, you can see here as it broke it bounced off. It was above this yellow line, and then we carried on riding above this yellow line until we saw the peak. If you take a look at the middle one, we broke above, and the same thing again here. Like we can see candles right here above the yellow line. So price action breaks above. All these candles are holding support off this yellow line, which gave us a good clean signal to run this massive rally up to $70,000. So it was about 69,000 I think was the top. Let me just get to the 68, something about 69. So why is it different? Because when we broke these RSIs in the past, like I said, we were holding support above the yellow line. Here and here, we were holding support above the yellow line. We've broken this yellow line already on the RSI, but take a look at where we are. We are not above this yellow line. Price action should be up here now, holding support on the yellow line. But we don't have any candles here confirming that we're holding support above this yellow line. And this is why I think something different's going on with Bitcoin's price. What does it mean though? Does it mean that we're going to fall in price? Well, if we did fall in price, where would we go to? I would expect, and again, this isn't financial advice, I'm just trying to show you what I see in the charts here. If we did fall in price, I would expect us to come and test the bottoms again. And the only reason I'm saying this is because it is different. Bitcoin is doing something different. It's broken above this yellow line, but we haven't seen that huge push in price action to come above. Unless it comes this month. It could very well come by the end of June. And maybe that's what we've been waiting for, to see this massive break above. And then June, July, August, we see the next few candles just like what we saw here. And just like what we saw here, holding above the yellow line, and then we fly. But as it stands right now, it is doing something different, because since it's broke this RSI line of it down here and here, we're doing something very different, and we're not above this yellow line with the price action. So going forward, I would like to see the price action come above this yellow line and hold support above it. Right now, this yellow line, let me just get rid of this bottom one. This yellow line is sitting about 29,500. Bitcoin needs to break 29,500, maybe go to $30,000 and stay there for a long period of time for the next few months. If that happens, great. Then, we are setting ourselves up for a massive bullish trend. But if Bitcoin keeps getting rejected on this yellow line, because you can see here, I told you at the start of the video, we look for trends, we look for this yellow line to be held as support or resisted. If it keeps getting resisted, meaning if it comes up to 29,500 and it gets resisted, I expect that we're going to fall down in price, and we could probably come right back down to our lows. And the lowest wick of the candle was right down here, about 15,500. People don't want to hear that, but I just want to lay it out straight to you and show you what I see, keep it real. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that this is a sign of weakness, that we should not be hitting, getting resistance if we are in a strong bull market. So Bitcoin needs to break above, come to 30,000, hold support around 30,000, which is basically here. This white line, and just see if we can hold some candles above. But time will tell as it goes on, and I will keep you up to date with this. I want to show you some other things as well, which is really interesting. Take a look at this. This is powerful. This is it's called the Crypto Unicorn Index. What does it do? It shows you coins that had a market cap of at least $1 billion through its history. And if you take a look back at the past, right back from, I don't know, wherever you want to be, I don't know when you got in. I got in right back over here. But let's say many people started to get in around 2020, right? The beginning of 2020, which is about here. If we scroll up and just hover this over around 2020, I want to show you the date and time as well. It's not coming up. Hold on. I want to get it just... Oh, hold on. How's that? There we go. You can see here, around about 2020 January, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 coins that was at least worth $1 billion or more. And you can see them here. Every time I move, you can see all these little coins here, right? So in 2020, there was about 9. Why am I showing you this? Because you can get a good, clean insight as to where we may be seeing the tops of the market. Because obviously, as time goes on, more money comes into the space, more coins get pumped up with money inside it, more coins reach $1 billion. If you want to grab this up, you just go on Google, search Bitcoin Unicorn Chart, and it should come up, or crypto, no, not Bitcoin, Crypto Unicorn Index. That's what it's called. So you can see all through the wave cycle that we had of this bull cycle, went crazy, crazy, crazy. Loads of coins by, May 2021 had at least $1 billion worth of crypto or funds in it. And this is how you can get good, clean insight as to when we're getting really oversold overbought in the market, and things are getting up to the peak, because you're going to start seeing more coins with at least $1 billion. So when we go forward to where we are, we saw a massive capitulation. Look, loads of coins started to lose $1 billion worth. Right down here is where we sunk, and we just saw the bottom. And this looks like the bottom, because if you look at the green chart, you can see here, look, this looks like a capitulation moment. We haven't been this low since. Since we've come above, we haven't been this low. And this was the lowest of the lowest, right down here. How many tokens? About 37 coins. That's about 37 coins that had at least 1 billion in supply, in money, funds, fiat, crypto, whatever it is. So where are we right now? As we push forward now, we've got about 46 coins that have about 1 billion in market cap. When it gets to 130, what's the tops? The top of this says 135. When it, just over here, the top on the right hand side, when it gets to 135 coins that have at least 1 billion, get ready, because that could be a sign that we are coming up towards the top of the market again. But in saying that, we might print higher highs. We might print a higher amount. You might see 300 coins this year go to 1 billion in supply. You see? But I think as time goes on, you will get loads of new coins and projects come out, which means there's going to be dilution, saturation in the market. What do I mean? Well, back here, there wasn't many coins out back in, 2018, 2019. So the saturation, the money didn't have many coins to go around. Hence why these ones was probably good enough to get huge amounts of billions of dollars. But as times went on, new things came out, new coins, new hypes for memes and everything else, DeFi, the lot. And then people started throwing their money into different coins. It was more saturated. So I don't know, maybe as time goes on, one or two things. Either we're going to be more saturated this next cycle, or we're going to be less saturated. It won't be both. It's going to be one or the other. We're going to be more saturated or less. I would like to hope that it's less saturated, meaning that all of you guys that have been in this space for the last 2 to 3 years, you're more advanced. You know what you're doing. You're not just going to throw money into stupid, wild projects unless you're having, a little bit to lose and just having a bit of fun with it, kind of thing, 20 quid here and there. But I like to believe that people are going to be more advanced now, and the majority of us that are in this space are going to be smart with our money and start putting our our funds into projects that are going to do us good, which means it will cause less saturation. We're going to focus more on these projects that can really make us good gains, and then maybe we see more higher market caps in smaller coins. That's what I think anyway, but we'll see what happens as time goes on. So that was pretty much it, guys. I wanted to share my thoughts on that. Look at this. We are neutral right now in the crypto fear and greed index. No one's over feared, no one's extremely greedy, which is neutral. We've been this way for the last month. We had a bit of greed, but it's neutral right now, which means the market's just a bit quiet. It's not doing much. So, we'll see what happens. They usually say quiet before the storm, right? Calm before the storm. Maybe something big is about to happen in the crypto space. So, just keep an eye on what's going on. Where's that chart gone again? Let me see if I can find it before I go. So I'm just going to keep you up to date with this and keep showing you this. Also, the stochastic RSI down here, you can also look and see that every time we do go up and we are bullish, the stochastic RSI should remain above these dotted lines. You see, in the price and if the stochastic RSI keeps hovering like this above these dotted lines, that's bullish. The price action can keep moving up and up and up and up and up and up and up until we see a massive cross and start to enter this blue zone again, which shows sell momentum, sell pressure coming down. Right, and you see it every time in a bear cycle or the end of the cycle. If you take a look up here, back in 2020, 2021, we saw a massive red candle down. We saw the RSI start to come back down, broke into this blue line, and you can see the stochastic RSI also broke back into this blue zone area, and we saw all these start to come down. That's what I'm looking for. If you don't want to miss these charts and keep an eye on them, or watch me keep you up to date on them, become a patron. No, subscribe. You can become a patron. I'll show you in a second. Subscribe to the channel, like it and stuff, because I will keep bringing videos on this. This was just a nice, clean, broad perspective of what's going on with crypto and Bitcoin right now. I have 7 tiers in my Patreon group. Click the link, come over, click it, become a patron. I got 7 tiers. I recommend my exclusive VIP partner tier. This unlocks all my posts. I'm buying things right now that you can't see. Crypto. And I'm making crazy gains. And my patrons are also making crazy gains. If you want to get in early on these projects, come over here. This unlocks all my posts you see when I'm buying, selling, staking, everything. If you can afford it, I've got another tier above called my CEO tier. Let me just grab it up. It gives you my super alerts. You get access to my VIP Telegram group. In there, I talk to them before I buy, before I sell. We're discussing projects. There's millionaires in this group, and they know how to make money sharing projects all the time that they're going to make more millions of dollars or British pounds on. So come over and check it out. Get a quick edge on the market. Thank you for watching. Can't find my thing now. Look, I'm showing you all exclusive stuff. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Cheers.